Because he's just gonna hear that one.
It's voice text I'm using.
So, hopefully, we should be starting to go live. See how that does initially. Oh, frame rate. Looking not too bad so far. Right, let's get this thing started. Hopefully we'll start to get a few people dropping in. And then we can start to see if you can hear me properly, if the lagging or not, or anything like that. It's all my usual streaming problems. We'll be able to hear some of the other people on Discord, because obviously it's the preview event with multiple people here. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late.
I want to see how the Nodachi goes up against.
We're just going to sort of get in and get started. Good, it's not lagging, that's what we like to hear.
I'm about to put it on right now.
What I'm seeing is dropping a few frames down there.
Give me a legendary.
Shouldn't be.
Yes. Alright. GG boys.
It really shouldn't be.
Where'd he go?
Have a look what's drawing any network.
Bitfreak, where are you?
Chrome is a little bit.
At the fountain next to the smith. I'm crafting now the extra schematic.
Yeah, it's giving me a
Go
chunk
fight
of lag.
Me, go fight me.
I'll
Go.
fight
Why?
you. I need to fight someone.
Come, where are you?
Look at
I'm
lowering
near
slightly
this
the.
Oh, I was just over
Hmm.
there. Come to the broken fountain. There's room.
Let me do
Still gotta
that.
Get my tires on.
Behind you, Pete.
Try and
Behind you.
lower slightly
Where
the
are you
bits per
running?
second.
Why are you running?
Hold on.
It's showing us dropping a few frames here. Oh, hello everyone, welcome who's coming in. Welcome to all the people joining the stream. We're just trying to get set up. I'm noticing we're sort of dropping a few frames at sort of times.
Alright. Shut up, Nico.
It shouldn't be though. It should work just fine. Running off my phone again.
I'm being bullied.
So as always, this is going to be slightly interesting with my attempts at live streaming from my phone.
Sword.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it's showing us
Okay.
video output low. But why is the video output low?
You can hear
Should be able to hear some of the people in the background. That's obviously the everyone else on the Discord for this preview event. We're getting access to hopefully see some of the stuff.
You guys all had more permissions than I did in this voice channel, apparently. So.
But why?
Okay, I apologize.
Give me moments while I get set up.
Last time I connected to a voice chat in Discord, it worked completely fine. This time it didn't. So, joys. I was thinking that things were going too smoothly this morning anyway. So.
You can hear Drew coming in. He's the one who's organising the preview event.
That,
So yes, obviously, so on the new season 3 stuff, I have a Maul equipped.
Season 3.
So that's pretty awesome. I just can't understand why I'm getting a high ping.
Here, and I hope that you guys do enjoy and get a lot out of this event and get.
Look pretty badass with the new
your
unit
audience
skin though.
enjoys it as well. Hopefully.
We can mute the background voices in a bit. I can try turning them down a little bit, but I kind of need to hear them a bit because they're going to control how the battles are set up and everything. So it's kind of why I was leaving them there a bit.
Open for 24 hours, so it'll be open till 9 a.m.
See if we can turn them down very, very slightly.
Pacific time, so I guess that's what 6 p.m. in Europe, European Central Time.
So the server's going to be out for a little bit.
So after the event,
Look, oh, is anyone else noticing any lag, or is it just me being paranoid? I just noticed it keeps dropping some frames and stuff, but
take the time to check out the units and do whatever you guys
it's
want.
stabilising a little bit more now,
In terms
hopefully.
of the way that you guys' characters set up, so you guys should have tons of sovereign. You should have all the
Well, look,
units
maybe it
on
is. I might just knock off.
You should have enough sovereign to
Seems fine now. Okay, good, good, good. I'm tempted to knock off the Wi-Fi. So I'm in my recording shed, so I'm running on my phone because my internet isn't good enough to live stream at all. So I'm hotspotting on my phone, but it is sat kind of quite close to my Wi-Fi repeater for normal Wi-Fi. So yeah, maybe I might knock off the repeater. Hang on, 1 second. Just kill that. As that will at least it's not trying to compete then with the actual Wi-Fi signal. So hello to everyone who's dropping in. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome.
If you guys are ready, I think we can just jump straight in with some introductions in terms of who's here and who's supporting you guys for the event. So if you guys don't know, I'm Drew.
They are rare our live streams. Yeah, I don't live stream very often.
The community management team has very kindly.
Nice to see plenty of people starting to drop in. Welcome everyone who's joining us.
With this event as well, in the form of answering some questions.
All the new
provide
battle pass stuff.
translations if need be in
Oh,
one
well, I've got it
episode.
fully unlocked up to 110, but we can see kind of all the different, you know, new equipment we're getting and stuff in terms of things like the new hero attires.
You know me? I'm a Neko, NA community manager.
Kind of half listening to what's going on in the Discord at the same time. Oh, hey, thank you very much for the $5. That is really, really appreciated. Oh, thank you very much. That's very nice. I don't think I've ever had a donation before. Ah, really appreciate that. Yeah, so hopefully definitely keeping the videos going, so hopefully we'll be having more and more going forwards. Ah, thank you very much.
Okay.
That's cool.
So, if you guys are all ready, if you guys got your streams going and everything like that, we can jump right in. So,
Hopefully they're going to set us up a battle soon.
cool. Please do so now if you haven't already.
So you can see I'm half listening to the Discord guys because I don't know why I'm talking to the chat over there. You'll hear I'm listening to the Discord guys because they're planning on setting up the battles which we've got to join, you see, to get in and get stuck into some of this season 3 action. So I need to try and talk to you and listen to them.
I'm not going to have like a dedicated Q&A period after I do my.
I might just turn Drew up.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully most of your questions will have already been answered, or we can take some questions on the fly.
What's going on in the chat? Can you show us the new unit challenges? Yes, I can.
Question about that specific functionality or
Well, some of them anyway.
And then throughout the day while you're, streaming or working.
So the Condottieri Guard. So we've got things like pretty similar stuff to what we had in season 2. I was looking through some of this stuff earlier. Take a short sword unit into battle. There's 3, but obviously these ones are locked. We can probably pay these off though.
When you post your questions, so we
And then what have we got? Short sword and shield unit into siege or field battle 1-2 times. Yes. In siege or field battle, get an A ranking or better. It's all pretty basic stuff. 25 assists. It's all pretty basic stuff.
Which is why I'm gonna try to minimize how much I talk as much as possible.
Yes, we'll take a look at the skins and stuff in a minute. I might just see what the final one is.
Ready?
Hey, that's the actual unit unlock. So you unlock it after the second one, then not the third. I think the third one just gives you a bonus. Yeah, it does. It just gives you a doctrine for them. Reduce shock attacks cooldown.
Ready.
Cool. Obviously, I'm wearing the level 100 battle pass attire at the moment. Kind of a nice little plume on his head, which is pretty cool.
Alright, so
Hello, Water Dragon. The Water Dragon has arrived.
Just quickly jump into battle pass. This will be pretty much the majority of stuff that I'm going to show, or that I'll talk about today.
I think he's just talking about the battle pass at the moment, which we were looking at anyway. Then, of course, there's all the other units as well as normal. Oops, don't need to press that one. So we've got the pikemen, obviously the gunners and the pavis and stuff. But these are going to be locked, time locked to unlock at different sections. I think the Condottieri, however it's pronounced, these guys are going to be available first. And then I think it's like not until May or something we get the pikemen, and then later on we get the gunners and the pavis. Although I think the Maul unlock's going to be available from the start as well. And that's going to unlock like your different level of skills and stuff as you kind of go through it. Same as like you would with a unit unlock. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting to see how that works.
German, Spanish, and French. So do you
want to have a look at the stats of the hammer? So we've only got the hammer equipped. So this is the Molnar. So this is the best hammer you can get. This is like the one with the epic schematic. This is like, your fearless paladin type equipment. This is the best you're going to be able to get, and you can see its base stats quite a lot lower in terms of damage, in terms of something like a Poleaxe. Its blunt damage is a lot less than my slashing damage on my Poleaxe. So for hero v hero, I don't think it's going to be as powerful, because obviously heroes always have pretty consistent armor stats. But then when you throw that against units, I think this is going to come in a lot more, because if you then take a look, say, at a unit, you'll see that any sort of an ordinary unit will have much less in terms of blunt defense. It's like half the blunt defense. So units are going to take a lot more damage, I think, from this Maul than, say, heroes.
Going to be a reward. The top row.
What's going on? The size of that sword. Yeah, it is a big old sword.
And the bottom row is the.
I guess it's nice to have lots of people turning up. Hopefully, say with the quarantine, maybe we'll get lots of people. But we're already up to 58. That's pretty damn good going. I'm pretty pleased with that. Is the hammer available now? Well, it will be on the 21st. Not currently available in game. This is just on what they call their PTR build. It's like their test builds type thing. So it's not something that's available on the live server at the moment, but just something that's available, on this back end server. But we're just getting access to it for like this testing period, so we can do live streams and stuff like that.
get another.
Just tried them all for the first time. Hated it. Let's see. The only thing that's going to be interesting is its carry. I think is going to be kind of interesting to see how that plays out.
At 35.
Do you think they'll nerf the Maul ultimate? Quite possibly. So I can't easily show it to you. Maybe if we go to skills, you can see it very slightly on here. So the ultimate, you might have seen it on Discord, is this striking gap, and it picks up the enemy player, and you can basically carry them and throw them. So not only does it do quite a chunk of damage, but it also means you can carry the enemies like into your own unit, which is going to be fairly powerful. So yeah, I could see that becoming quite hated personally, the ultimate. So we'll see. That may end up getting nerfed at some point in the future. Your blunt damage is OP. Yeah, it's certainly gonna throw quite a little bit of stuff, I reckon, because a lot of units just don't have that blunt defense. Should apply your skill points. Well, everything's unlocked. All this stuff's already unlocked. We get all this. This has all been unlocked. So this is, we've got all our skill points applied here already. Oh, we'll have a duel with. Go on then. I've not actually tried this class at all yet in a duel, so this is probably going to go badly.
Tier 85 is horse attire. Tier 100.
So that's the grab. Oh, he blocked me, perfectly timed.
Is hero attire. So level 60.
God, it feels heavy. This. You can almost get knockback with the. Ow.
What's your question?
Oh, follow through. Earth splitter. This is yeah. So hero over hero. I think I'll be better off with my Poleaxe, to be honest, in this situation. Maybe just because I'm used to it. But you can see, I mean, the cooldown on the actual ultimate is really quite short, and he often beats through my block very quickly. He's doing a much better job of avoiding me than I am of him. Oh, we got him this time. Whee! Look how far you can carry him! Isn't that just ridiculous?
Everything's on the cloud. In our creator cloud in there. And
try and keep the pressure on. We're running out of stamina. Get a bit of an idea of how sort of powerful this thing is. Oh, we got behind him then. I'm getting a bit of lag. This is my my internet while trying to stream.
There's a lot of good stuff in there that you guys can use to show off in your videos. So I do highly recommend that you guys.
Oh, I'm taking a chunk of damage now.
All the assets out of there and grab what you need and show them off. Alright, the next section, seasonal store, very much like the previous season.
Trying to get in with my swinging attack.
Some of the attires that are the new attires, the weapon skins.
There we go, we've got him picked up. He's in trouble now. Just carry him such a long way. Hopefully they'll nerf the carrying distance.
As with previous seasons, you won't be able to get enough.
There we go, we got him. Okay, whew. Didn't think I was going to win that. Let's catch up with what's going on in the chat then. Do a video or stream of running. Well, you can hear sort of the streaming a little bit now. Yeah, there were people talking in the background. It's because we're on the preview event with some of the other content creators, so I'm just kind of listening to what's going on the Discord a little bit, because they're hopefully going to set up some battles. So I've got to be on the Discord to hear when they've got the battles set up, so we can actually get in them, and hopefully we can see this guy against the units a little bit more. Any changes of the old classes? Nothing major, I don't think. I think we should hopefully have the patch notes out tomorrow, and that's going to sort of confirm up any real changes, but hopefully not going to be any sort of super big changes coming along, hopefully.
And yeah, and you will notice on the third page that we
some people about houses. It's hilarious how far you carry them. Yeah, it is a bit ridiculous, isn't it? I think, if anything, that's what's going to get nerfed the most. Because you can carry them such a long way. You're going to be able to carry people and throw them off a wall or something, aren't you? It's such a ridiculously long distance that you can carry people.
So the new class.
If anyone has any questions or anything they want me to show them or anything like from the battle pass or anything like that, do just let me know in chat and I'll show you the stuff. Yeah, can you show you the battle pass? We'll have another little quick look at it. So in terms of the actual battle pass, there's some pretty interesting stuff in it actually. It's pretty based similar to Season 1 and Season 2, but they've thrown in a few extra little benefits. Obviously you get the usual starting skin and stuff like that, and all your usual sort of crap as you go along. But I did notice a few things that were different somewhere along the lines. One, your skill points, Magistrate's Memoirs, are much bigger. Rather than getting 100 points of skill book, you're now getting 10 500, so that's 5,000 skill points, which is much nicer than previous times. And then, where was it? Somewhere along here, we got another unit skin. Well, that's the title, the Gilded Hero, you know, the title that you get pretty much every season. And here, this is the Epic Schematic Crate. This is the first time they've ever put one of these in a battle pass, and it's going to give you one of these super top tier schematics. These are the schematics that currently sell on the market for around 1 million silver. So, one, it's going to slightly screw up the market, I think, assuming these don't become bound. The crate is bind and obtain. I don't know if the actual schematic will be. That'll be kind of interesting to know. But yeah, it's going to be an ability to craft one of the best weapon or a best armor piece in the game. So that's going to be really interesting to kind of see what that does. There's kind of some interesting stuff in there. Other than that, it's pretty usual stuff. Lots of padded silver and all that sort of crap. You know, all the way up to level 100 when you get the maximum tier armor for your Phoenix or Aura hero attire, which is what, you know, I've currently got equipped at the moment. Interestingly, the seasonal store's got a few bits that are different. Obviously, got all the usual weapons. I prefer the weapon skins to the Season 2 stuff. Some of them look quite nice. They're all sort of vaguely Renaissance, which is kind of cool. But interesting things are different. Padded silver. You can buy 60 padded silver, which is really nice. For the goldest as well, but no one really needs that. Padded silver is what everyone's really after. I noticed they bumped the cost of the rare armor schematics up as well a little bit, which is kind of interesting. But we've also got these rare and epic seasonal doctrines, which they've introduced. So if we take a bit of a look at these, I think they're going to vary per week. So these are both like pikeman ones. And as you'll see, if we sort of see what you get in them, you get like these epic polearm doctrines. So like reduce charge cooldown or increase piercing damage by 80 and armor penetration by 120. Really nice doctrines, but these ones only last a day. Or you can have ones that are slightly sort of less effective. You know, increase armor penetration by 180, but it lasts for 3 days. Kind of a balance as you go sort of thing. So that's kind of interesting that they've introduced these doctrines. So a little bit more stuff in the seasonal store than normal.
In here, you'll see 4
continuing on down the list.
Available, very much like
Show us the veterancy lines. Yeah, we'll go and have a look at the units in a second. Is there a seasonal attire and challenges like the last season? Currently no seasonal attire challenges. I think they are planning on doing them though. I just think they're a little bit down the list before they're going to actually introduce them.
Those will unlock right when the season begins.
If you buy the seasonal battle pass after the season started, do you get backlog for what you missed? Well, no, not really. You basically will start at level 1 and you can just work up as normal. So you'll start just as normal even if you buy it 2 weeks after the start or something like that. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really change. It doesn't limit you from getting anything if you buy the battle pass a little bit later on. So let's just quickly hop into some of the units and take a look at them. The one that everyone really wants to know, one I think is kind of most interesting, are these cannon guys. So these are going to be these portable cannons, these Falconetti Gunners. So they basically deploy a cannon on stilts, and there's 10 cannons and they all fire. So there's some, brace yourselves out, you're sitting down. So 5,000 blunt armor penetration and 4,400 blunt damage. They're going to do a ton of damage, these guys. There's obviously only 10 of them, and they're not horrifically accurate from what I've seen of them in combat so far. So, yeah, I don't know how balanced or unbalanced these guys are going to be. You kind of have to see when they actually get in combat. But if they get a bit, you know, behind a well-protected screen, I think they're going to do pretty well. And they get 8,400 health, and they've not got terrible piercing defense. Throw a doctrine on there, you'll be like 500. They're not going to die super easy to, you know, longbow explosive arrows and things like that. So, yeah, they're going to be a pretty tough unit, and could be a little unbalanced. We shall see. We shall see. See how they pan out. So, scrolling further along. Where are we? We've got a Condottieri Guard. We've already got an unlocked version. See the tier 3. Yeah, as someone said earlier, they do have a, frankly, ridiculously large sword. Good. Veterancy line-wise, I went down this top line because it seems to be mostly about the damage and their shock attack. It all seems to be about this sort of charge and kind of high shock attack, and attacks with full force. They just like unleash a lot of damage in a very short period of time. I mean, stat-wise, they're pretty decent. I think they're going to rival Prefecture Guards quite possibly. I don't think they get a cover commander though, which is probably a good thing, but a bit of a shame, you know, to kind of miss out on that a little bit. So I'm going to get Shield Rush.
If you didn't get a chance
know,
to participate in season 2,
Usual
you
crappy
get to
selection of
unlock those
formations.
units. There is a way to
Are they onto the battles yet?
Unlocking them in this season, and so
Listening to
you
what's
see a new
going on.
tab here, up in the
I think they're still
top
chatting
right
about
corner,
something that's not really important.
and
My favourite unit, these Pavese crossbows. I mean, look how badass they look. I love this giant Pavese shield. I just think it looks so utterly cool. It's honestly my favourite unit in the battle battle, the one I'm looking forward to the most. And it's got some really interesting stats as well. Not only is it a 22-man unit, which is kind of nice. Obviously, I've gone down the range damage, down the top line. But more than that, one, they get 6,400 hit points. They're a decent strength unit. They're not going to be a traditional flaky ranged unit that dies at the slight breeze. And they've got 505 base piercing defense, which is nice. And then look at these stats. Piercing AP of 2,900. So these are going to be challenging Reapers. And that piercing damage of 2,400. Pretty good. They get penetrating shots. So they are going to do, hopefully, shield breaking. They'll go past through the targets, I'm hoping. You know, that's really what crossbows are all about, so I hope so. I didn't actually look what stats they get. Reduce enemies' defenses by 250. Okay, for 4 seconds, probably not going to be worth it, but you never know. You also get a direct fire, and you know, using the shield, stow it, and as you do with like any sort of spear unit. So what's going on in the chat?
To play around with for the rest of the day.
Any free skin in the battle pass? There's free skins if you buy the battle pass. I don't think there are anything in the base part of the battle pass. There might be enough. You might get enough bar boots eventually. You probably will to buy something out of the seasonal store. You know, because they have some of the skins for sale, particularly some of the unit skins for sale in the seasonal store. So you might be able to do that. But if you buy the battle pass, then yeah, there's loads. Wow, we've got over 100 people here now. Welcome to everyone who's joining the stream. Welcome to Evo's slightly crappy, slightly laggy live stream, as we are trying to take a look at some of the Season 3 stuff. If you're wondering why people are talking in the background, as I said before, it's because we're on the preview event, so Drew, one of the community managers, is just talking through some of the stuff to the other people in the background. But hopefully they're going to set up some battles at some point, and so I've got to be listening to know when they're going to set the battles up, so I can join them, because I don't want to be stood here the whole time. We want to actually get into some combat.
I do have a question. I'm looking in the unit challenges for
Going through they have cannon units and now imagine grape shot troops. Yes, good. Yes, thankfully I think they just fire a single ball shot, not grape shot. 184 range. Yeah, they're going to be pretty powerful, those cannons. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I've done a video on different classes in the past. What would be different if you did it now? Well, it's going to have to depend a little bit on how this Maul class plays out. You want to actually get into some battles and kind of see it versus infantry. I think in terms of hero v hero, annoying as the pickup is, I don't think the actual general damage ability of the hero is all that great. I think it's probably worse than the Poleaxe. But yeah, I kind of want to see what it's like against units, because that's where it's going to be its best, in my opinion, because of that blunt damage. Purple doctrines, yes, but remember they are time limited. So when we were saying about these doctrines in the seasonal store, so you can buy them, but they only last a day. But it seems they're going to flick through, so these ones are all polearm based. So I suspect, because it's limited per week, I suspect then on week 2 it will be like sword based, and we'll get loads that are sword based doctrines, and then, you know, week after that maybe it'll be cavalry based or something like that. So yeah, they only last a day. After a day they expire, and that doctrine is then, you know, off your unit and no good. So you've got to bear that in mind.
Pretty much it for the units, like I said.
Loving the content, thank you very much.
You guys will have the rest of the day to play around with the units, discover their strengths and weaknesses, and have some fun with them. Next one is the campaign. So
oh, still talking. When is the Iron Reaper review? I've not got the Iron Reapers unlocked yet. I really need to get there. So yeah, we do need to get to the Iron Reapers, but they've just got so many honor to unlock them. Well, they're not that bad, but I've got to finish off the Palace Guards first. Do the Palace Guards, and then we'll get onto the Iron Reapers. So we will get there, but it's yeah. Does the shield work? Is a shield on the crossbow unit? I sure as damn hell hope so. I would have thought so. I'd be pretty disappointed if the shield on the Prefecture Crossbow doesn't do anything. I think a lot of people would be pretty disappointed. How's the new weapon? Well, we just tried. We had a hero v hero duel sort of 5 minutes ago, and that was kind of interesting. Yeah, it works well, but it's not as effective in my opinion as hero v hero as something like a Poleaxe, because it doesn't have the damage, because heroes are the one units that have equal defensive stats, you know, as I was saying, you know, covering ground for some people. But to answer again, you know, heroes have the same amount of defensive stats, units don't. So units have got that massive blunt damage hole, so it's going to be a lot more effective against units than it is against heroes. although it does have this slightly crazy carrying ability, which is kind of going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Show the pikemen. Sorry, we got distracted before we got to the pikemen.
A little bit about the doctrines.
Pikemen.
Give you
Where
guys
are
a
they?
little bit of information
There they
about
are.
that. So,
Oh yeah, so I threw my doctrine on these guys because I was playing around with these seasonal doctrines. So bear in mind that I've got that on when you look at the stats. So they're reasonable. They get quite a lot of piercing AP and piercing damage. And if we look down the veterancy line, there's a couple of increased brace weapon stuff. The brace weapon damage, damage while bracing. There's another bracing somewhere, armor penetration while bracing, and then there's the double strike, the classic, 2 hits with 1. There's no stun though, so they're not going to be like Pike Militia. But yeah, I think they're going to be a pretty decent unit. Remember, it's a 32 stack unit. I don't know what formations they get. They get a block formation. They're not going to get a wedge formation like Pike Militia either. But yeah, I think they're going to be decent. Sounds like they're encumbered. There's cannot push siege engines. Oh, climb ladders. Oh, I haven't seen that before.
a couple different types of these.
How slow are they? 3.8. Ooh, painful. They are going to be slow then. But 32 man, not amazing amounts of armor. Interestingly, higher slashing defense than piercing defense, which is pretty rare on a unit, but kind of interesting to see. So yeah, all in all, probably going to be a decent unit, if perhaps a little fragile and rather slow. Are they going to be better than Imperial Pike Guards? I don't know. It's hard to imagine. Although they do have an enormously long pike, it doesn't even fit on the screen. Can't pan up to see the top of his pike. So that's the pikeman. You can only get 2 skins from the battle pass. No, I think there's more. Let's have a look. You got the starting one. As a unit attire, so I guess it depends if you count that as a skin or not. We've got horse attire. That's another hero attire. Then we've got another unit attire, another horse attire, and then the final unit attire, hero attire, level 100. So 3 hero attires, a couple of horse attires, and some unit attires in there as well. So there's a reasonable amount of skins and stuff. I've always generally felt the battle passes are one of the things that are fairly decent value in this game, because you get quite a lot of stuff. It's nice, just things like the padded silver and crap, and the treaties and the silver coins and stuff you get on the way, I find just to be generally quite nice.
Yeah, so regardless of whether doctrines are equipped or
expensive if it's just a day. For the doctrine, yeah, sort of, I suppose. I find I often end up with extra of the seasonal currency, barbutes or whatever it is in this time. So for 35...
Anybody? Questions?
Not so bad. I mean, it is quite an increase to the amount of damage and AP they get. It's a fairly powerful doctrine, so don't have too many complaints about that. How much will be the battle pass? It's 1,000. You probably can't see it now because I've brought it. No, you can't. So it's 1,000 sovereigns to buy the base battle pass starting at level 1, and I think it's 1,950, 80, something like that. If you want the one with the plus 100,000 glory. Same as Season 1 and same as Season 2. Just tracking them the same. So for the base battle pass, which is just what I'll get, I'll just get the 1,000 sovereign one, that's like €10 or, whatever your equivalent, £10 for me, whatever your equivalent currency is. Can we have a look at the new premium unit? Yes, we can. So the new premium unit actually looks pretty good. If we can find him. Shout if you see him. Too many units. Here he is. The Martellatori. Pronunciation issues. So it's a 32-man unit for 30 leadership. And that 30 leadership is going to still give you the plus 10% honor, plus 10% bronze, plus 10% unit experience that you get with anyone else. So 32 stat unit for 32 leadership. So this is like a third of a premium account for 30 leadership. This is going to be the premium unit to have because it gives you all the bonuses with none of the cost. And actually, they don't look that bad when you look at them. The damage isn't much, but they do blunt damage because obviously they've got a hammer. So that's kind of cool. It means at least that's going to represent fairly well across the board. And they get some minimum damage increases, as a lot of the peasants do. Some squad size increases. They move 5.5 pretty fast as a unit. And they get bonuses to siege engines. I think when they're pushing them, siege engines take less damage. So they really are going to be the ultimate serf unit, the ultimate peasants, the ultimate woodcutters. Yeah, they're going to be a unit you want. I don't know if they get anything specific. Takes slightly less damage when pushing supply chains. Obviously, you get the exemplar. The shield fighters, yeah, load of shield pick up very little combat ability. I think they're going to be the premium unit to have following this. I'll have to redo my premium unit video. Just say hello to everyone who's dropping in. We've got 128 people here now. This is pretty crazy. This is the most people I've ever had on a long stream by a long shot.
Okay. So, are there any other questions concerning?
We'll have another duel while we're waiting. You'll get to see kind of this. I don't think this is such a good Maul in combat like this, personally.
Correct.
Oh, we got him. I didn't think we were going to catch him then. See how far you carry him. It's a little bit ridiculously too far, in my opinion.
Sorry, I didn't understand anything you said.
Sorry.
Oh, I'll try and knock him down.
Can you hear me better?
Ow, ow, ow.
Alright, so
Being beaten to pieces. This is not looking good, people.
will be effective next season because it was announced a while back by some death notes that
Try and get him down. Oh, I missed my main attack. That's me doomed. There we go. We got defeated with 1-1. So yeah, so that gives you a little bit of an idea of what it's like actually in Hero v Hero. I honestly think I could beat him with my Poleaxe. Should we try and get him to fight if I threw him on my Poleaxe? Question is, are my Poleaxe skills right?
Alright, so then most
No.
likely it will be effective.
Oh, who would use that?
Caveat that the
Madness.
localization may be updated between then and now. It's something that's
Oh, I've got to think which way round I have everything now.
Thank you.
cool.
Real Billhook.
Okay.
Back to Corbin. My push. Let's see if we can challenge him to another duel. Now. Oh, he's already got into a duel with someone. We'll try and duel him again afterwards. Because I kind of want to see if I can beat him on my Poleaxe rather than just being on the Maul. Because I think hand to hand. It's a bit ridiculous. Too far carry. They'll end up nerfing that, I reckon. Yeah, no new cav units for this season. All the infantry units, because it gets based around kind of the Italian Renaissance, I think. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. Alright, it's Caden blocking my duel. Get out of the way, Caden. How much does the battle pass cost? Yes, same as before. 1,000 sovereigns for the base one, and sort of in and around 2,000 for something a little bit higher. For the one with 100,000 glory to start with, it starts you at like level 25. I'm gonna try and.
May need to correct me on this, but I believe this is the default.
Oh no, not invite to group.
Appearance for it when you get them
I meant to duel him.
Okay. Yeah.
Because let's see what we can do with a Poleaxe against a Maul. I think I'll be able to beat him.
Good.
Because obviously we can do this and we can lock him in animation. And the damage I think is going to be higher. See, yeah. See, Poleaxe. Oh, he got me on the floor. Get it off me. There we go. Got him down. Poleaxe is better 1-to-1, in my opinion.
I'm not 100% sure, if I'm quite honest.
There we go. And we still had 2/3 of our health. I think Poleaxe, you know, is the better unit. Oh, thank you. Another super chat. Blimey. 2 super chats in a single stream. Can you please show the units in order all at once? Yes, I can. So, we have got, starting at the base, we have got the new premium unit, the Martellatori pronunciation. So these are probably going to be the premium unit to have. 30 leadership, blunt damage, across the board, pretty decent veterancy line, because it's going to make them a pretty fast unit. And then combine that with the fact that they're only 30 leadership, and they're still going to get the full premium unit bonus, so they're going to get the full 10% honor, the full 10% bronze. They're going to be good. Moving on from them, we have the Condottieri, however you pronounce them. Again, pronunciation. Guys with really big ass swords. 30 stack unit. They get their unique ability is this shock attack. So they're going to be basically like a charge, and then they get basically like this almost super boost, and they're just going to go sort of hell for leather. And looking at their stats with their 1200 slashing penetration and then 1500 slashing damage, I suspect combined with that charge, they're probably going to outclass Prefecture Guards one-on-one. They're probably going to become sort of quite the mid-tier unit to have. I'm actually quite looking forward to these guys. The only thing they don't have compare them to a Prefecture Guard, they don't have a cover commander, so they are missing out kind of a little bit there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's without any doctrines, so they're going to get any better than that. And it's a 30 stack unit. I think they're going to be pretty nice for 175 leadership. Moving on from them, we have the these polearms, these elite guys. So they get the longest polearm in the game currently, you know, extremely long. But if we look at their damage, they get a really large amount of piercing penetration damage. Can't at the moment. A lot of piercing penetration, you know, 2100 piercing AP is quite nice. But they do get, what's the word? Bracing buffs. So they get the increased bracing penetration. There's an increased bracing damage. Increased damage by 9% more bracing. There's another one somewhere down there. Yeah, armor penetration, 10% more bracing. And they get the double strike. But they don't get any stun, so they're not going to be a rival to Pike Militia in that sense. They're going to feel like probably an uprated Imperial Pike Guard, but without the advance. Are they going to be better than Imperial Pike Guard? I don't know. I probably suspect not, because they're very slow. They're not that much health, to be honest, and the defensive stats are less, so I think they'll do worse than the Imperial Pike Guard, because the advance on an Imperial Pike Guard is pretty useful. So yeah, in my opinion, I think they'll do worse than the Imperial Pike Guard. Moving on from them, what have we got next? Probably Pavis. So there's the Pavis. This is the unit I'm looking forward to the most. 22 stack unit, range unit with a shield. Assuming the shield works, you know, really better work. I'm going to be seriously disappointed if the shield doesn't work. Without any doctrines, you know, we're hitting 2900 piercing AP and then 2400 piercing damage. It's going to go a chunk of damage. No, not quite Tercio levels, but it's pretty close. And they get a shield. Plus they get 6,500 hit points without doctrine upgrades. That's going to make them, you know, pretty tanky. Combine that with a piercing defense of 505. Throw a doctrine on that, you're going to be getting high 500s. They're going to be a tanky unit. They've got the shield, they've got the damage, and yeah, they've got the unit numbers. And I wonder if you're going to be able to throw a crossbow doctrine that's going to give them 10% fire rate increase, because that will make them super nice. So yeah, in my opinion, quite a nice unit. They do get this strange baton bolts, reduce enemy defenses for 4 seconds. Probably not worth it in my opinion, but yeah, maybe enough. We'll see how that plays out kind of actually in the battle. And finally, obviously, the slightly crazy unit is these guys, the Falconetti Gunners. Insane stats. Blunt AP of 5,000 and blunt damage of 4.5. That's, yeah, they might have slightly overdone these, kind of see how it actually play out. So basically there's 10 cannons in the unit. It's a 10-man unit and each man gets a cannon. They're not even very soft though. They get 8,500 hit points and a piercing defense of 425. Throw a doctrine on that, you're going to be basically 500. They're not just going to collapse in front of ranged units. And throw that with the fact they're going to get 10 cannonballs and a range of 184. Yeah, let's kind of see how these pan out. But it's going to be yeah, interesting. I think they could be quite powerful. Depends kind of what their accuracy like is at sort of long range, mid range, and close range. But I suspect if they get covered by a shield wall and well protected, they're going to be doing pretty awesomely well, I suspect. So that's kind of the new units that we are getting in the Season 3 patch at the moment. I'm hoping they're going to start a battle at some point, because we're still kind of all chatting in the Discord. I'm hoping they're going to kick off a battle. Yeah, so I think hero v hero, the Poleaxe is probably better than the Maul, but I think the Maul's going to come into its own against other units because of that blunt damage. So what's going on in chat? Wow, a lot. I can't keep up with the chat. What do you think about Fire Archers? Fire Archers are fine. I think they're a pretty good unit. One I've actually not unlocked personally. But yeah, heard good things about Fire Archers. They're on my list of a unit to unlock. Always fun burning Rattan ranges with Fire Archers, from what I've seen. So yeah, Fire Archers, one to get. Mountain Blade or Conqueror? I think they're quite different games. I think everyone likes to compare Bannerlord and Conqueror's Blade. Yes, they have similarities in the sense that they're medieval unit controlling games, but this is an MMO. Bannerlord is a single player game. They play very differently, in my opinion. Condottieri are a beast. Yeah, I think they're going to be really cheap and super powerful. I think they're going to be the new Prefecture Guard, possibly. Those guys with the big swords, the 3-star unit. Are Season 2 units there still to unlock? Yes, they are. I don't know if I can show you on this. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so you'll still be able to unlock all the seasonal 2 stuff if you want to, but you have to basically switch between the two. So I think you can't be playing season 3 and then unlock stuff on the season 2 at the same time, if that makes sense. You'd have to switch to season 2 and you are doing season 2 stuff, you know, until you complete it, and then you can switch back and start to unlock season 3 stuff. So for the start, for example, I haven't unlocked my Keshigs yet. I'm probably not going to bother, at least initially. I'm just going to work on getting these guys here. It is worth noting, if you weren't aware, these Prefecture Crossbowmen also should be in the unit tree. They will become available. I suspect when they unlock in the Battle Pass challenges, the unit unlock challenges, you'll also be able to buy them for honour in the unit tree. It'll be like 25,000 honour because they're a tier 5 unit. So they're the only one that's coming into the classic honour-based unit tree. Let's see what's going on. Oh, can we have a battle, people? I want to get into some combat. Okay. Obviously, yes, the Battle Pass is kicking off on the 21st of April. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool then. Season level will be set, I believe. Yes, I would expect so. I think you'll start back as level 1 green in terms of season level.
This is something you guys can chat about after the presentation. Yep.
Sounds good.
Appreciate that.
What are we going on?
I've left the
Going down. Hello, everyone who's joining. Looking forward on these baby mortars. Yeah, they're going to be certainly interesting. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to the mortars, the cannons or not. I worry they might be a little overpowered, but let's see. Compared to squires or spear sergeants, do you reckon it's better? Both are pretty nice. Spear sergeants are probably the more all-round unit, and they are a higher tier unit as well. Is this live? Yes, it is. Hello.
Available next in terms of the data.
Do a duel with a Maul with a glaive. How would I suck with the glaive? I've not played the glaive since closed beta. I don't know what my hotkeys are. Did I spend money to get into season 3? No, this is currently on the preview, Ben. So this is we just currently we've been given access for like 6 hours or something like that, just so we can live stream it to you, so you can get a bit of an idea what's coming. The season 3 doesn't open up until the 21st of April.
There are multiple tiers of these ranks.
Can I do a Keshigs video down the line? Ultimately, I do want to, but I've not unlocked them, and I'm not going to get them unlocked before the start of season 3. So one day, I'm sure we will look at the Keshigs. It's just going to, not be immediately. Any nerfs to Rat and Rangers? I don't know, I've not got the patch notes yet. Not that I'm aware of. I've not seen anything on the Frontier version, so probably not. But I do agree that Rat and Rangers do need to kind of be looked at possibly a little bit.
So I just shared the tiers.
Any news of a new faction like the Ratans? So no, I don't think the new faction are these new units. I don't think there's going to be a new faction in kind of like a unit tech tree like the Ratans had. I don't think we're going to be getting it like this. I think they're mostly focusing on deploying them in these unit challenges now from going forwards. This seems to be their sort of current preferred way of doing it for whatever reason. So I suspect we're going to see it like this, at least for this season and probably for future seasons as well. Nadachi is good but hard to play. Yes, it is. I've not touched Nadachi since closed beta, and I struggled then, and I think I would probably struggle with it now. I just kind of got at home with my Poleaxe now, and I'm a slow learner of any game, so it's kind of nice to have a bit of muscle memory and know where my different hotkeys are for my Poleaxe. So I'm going to stick with that. Although I will be changing probably to the Maul when Season 3 actually goes live on the 21st, because I kind of want to check it out as well.
Okay. So
I'm hoping we're going to be able to play a battle at some point. Let's listen to what they say. I don't know what's going on in the Discord. Let me have a quick look. They're sending a little bit of information about some of the ranked tiers. Looks like we're going to be having the ranked mode opening up, which will kind of be interesting. I don't know if we can queue up for a ranked mode battle with letters or not. So we're going to have these ranked battles, you see. Which is going to be this new system. I'm assuming this is going to get introduced to the live server as well. So I know they've talked about a ranked mode for a while, so that'll be kind of interesting. Although I noticed the minimum level is 100, so it's not going to be for the newer players. There's going to be some fairly experienced players in there.
In terms of
so hopefully we can get in a battle shortly. I think we're just kind of waiting for everyone to get ready. So they're doing some presentation thing at the moment. We're probably supposed to be listening to that, but just talk over him, it'll be fine.
discussions that are ongoing.
Can I show the open world? I mean, as in the map. I mean, not massive changes. I think a few things have moved around, but I think we're going to be getting our full patch notes tomorrow, probably. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Maybe next week. So then we'll kind of find out a little bit more about exactly what's moved and what's changed in that sort of sense. Any town movements and stuff going forward.
All right, so that's my rundown of the ranked battles and pretty much everything that I wanted to talk with you guys about today in terms of.
Oh, maybe we'll be starting a battle in a minute. Let's hope so.
Again, the patch notes are going to be delivered tomorrow.
Oh, there we go. Patch notes tomorrow.
Your very specific questions will likely be answered in that. If they aren't, then reach out.
I will, of course, have a patch note video out as soon as that goes live. Try to, anyway.
We will try to get you guys the information. And now I just wanted to let you guys get into some battles. So
yes, let us into some battles. I don't know how much you can hear this guy who's talking in my ear. It's Drew, one of the community managers, who's chatting at the moment. So it's
Questions can I ask?
no, don't ask questions.
Everything, because I have on my chat much questions and
No, let us into a battle. We don't want to ask questions. We want to fight.
again,
Okay. Well, we're going to wait for them to ask a few questions now. We really will hopefully get into battle. What do we want? War elephants. I do want them now. Yeah, don't we all? Yeah, I think we're going to have to keep wanting them for some time to the future yet. Don't think we're going to be getting them anytime soon. So yeah, so hopefully we can play some sort of battle in a minute. We're just kind of waiting for these guys to finish off chatting. We can have another fight here. I've still got my Poleaxe equipped at the moment. I should be able to beat this guy with the Maul. As I was saying, Poleaxe kind of outpowers the Maul at the moment, in my opinion. Because the slashing damage is much higher for me than his blunt damage is.
Not sure what you mean by the 21.
And so you can see, I just do a lot more damage than he does proportionally. I'm getting a little bit of lag here, because I'm trying to live stream. Oh, missed him. Oh, we're getting lag. We are lagging. So it's because I'm trying to live stream and fight at the same time. It's not very happy about it. Wait for him to finish his... Oh, a bit to Corbin way too early there. Although he still managed to run into it. Try and get him while he's on the floor.
That stuff should be more the answers in the patch notes, right? So.
Come on, abilities! There we go. We got him. We got him. It's a bit close. We were finding a bit of lag there. It's because I'm trying to live stream to you guys at the same time. I'm hotspotting off my phone if you don't know. So it makes things a little bit difficult. So where were we in chat? Hopefully we're going to start a battle soon. That's what I want to be able to do. Can you unlock the new units for free by completing quests? Yes, you can. So by doing the weekly these unit challenges, so by completing the various ones, you know, you will ultimately unlock the unit, and you'll get issued a unit. You get it on a card, so you don't have to pay for it. There's no what's the word? Unit kit cost or anything to get it initially. Obviously, to upkeep will be a unit kit cost. Although it looks like the resupply cost for this season is actually down, which is certainly better. So yeah, so you'll be able to unlock the units for free if you do the challenges for them. Do you think the Maul's use of blunt damage is going to make it superior option to heroes to kill units? Yes. So for units, I think that's where the Maul is going to come into its own far more than as a hero killer. Other than its carry ability, you know, its carry thing is going to be pretty powerful. I suspect that'll end up getting nerfed, to be honest. But yeah, in terms of unit killing, the Maul obviously, because most units, if you look at any sort of particular unit, you'll see they have like a blunt spot. I always use these Imperial Spear Guard as a nice example. They have a massive blunt gap, so where they get 670 piercing defense, they only get 320 blunt defense. That means that Maul will do that much more damage than say a longbow, or for example my Poleaxe, because I'm fighting against the slashing defense, which is much higher than the blunt defense. That's why, in a nutshell, the Maul is going to do much more effective against units than it will against heroes, because heroes, if you look at my character, have basically consistent defense. I'm sure I was over 1,000 a minute ago.
After we get a few rank battles in, I can ask our GM to unlock.
I'm sure I did. So anyway, yeah, so that's why it's not so effective against heroes, and that's why the Poleaxe is better, because it has that higher slashing-based damage, I think, than the Maul. Hopefully they're setting up a battle now. I can hear them sort of vaguely talking about it, although we're going to be contending with a bit of lag, I suspect.
The leadership, that is. You can only probably load in 2 or 3 of them.
can hear them.
The free battles are the ones with the
Oh
leader.
yeah, free battles. Gotcha. I was talking about.
Hopefully they're going to set something up. Are we all going to join a free battle? Oh, they're thinking about it. Hopefully they're going to set up a free battle and we can hop into a battle and kind of see some of the new units, particularly those cannoneers. That's what I'm kind of curious about, and I'm sure probably some of you probably are
Right,
as well.
So, guys, at this point, that's pretty much the conclusion of
To join the queue for matchmaking. Okay.
what we wanted to go over and talk with you guys about. I basically consider you guys
See if we can find
in free play now. Like I said,
Oh, I might as well
wanted
change
you
back to
guys
the Maul,
try
hadn't
a
I?
couple of the ranked battles, just to get in there and show it off and show
Yeah.
your communities how it works. And then
Okay, well we're queued for the ranked. Hopefully, if other people queue for the ranked, we'll actually find a ranked battle match.
All here for,
Let's see if anybody wants some prizes right now. Let's go.
So what else was going on in chat? About 174 people are here. Blimey. Hello to all the people watching. Slightly crazy. Where were we on the chat? What about the weapon skins? Can we equip some? Oh, we probably can. I don't know what the Maul one actually is.
Then if we want to test all the units out, a free battle would be a nicer environment for that.
So let's just equip that. Head over to.
just to know, free battles are
weapon.
unlocked now. So
There we go. Does look pretty bad. I do quite like the nails sticking out the bottom. It's yeah. I must admit that's a pretty badass weapon skin. I much prefer these to the season 2 weapon skins because they're sort of much more. They're kind of like Renaissance Italy, I think the theme is. So I'm quite a fan of kind of the stuff so far. Come on, come on, come on. Let me put queuing ranked in. No, I can't even spell queuing. Oh well. But that we want to try and get into a ranked battle. They said the previous crossbows would be 15k. 15k will honour. They could be. I would have thought they'd have been 25 because they're a tier 5 unit, but maybe they will be 15. Kind of thing. Why does the lobby look so much different, like low graphic? Oh, we got a battle! Woo! I don't know. Does it look low graphic? It may just be because I'm trying to stream on a phone. It's probably not helping. Okay, let's see how this ranked battle goes. I want to see if they're doing amazing cavalry. I've not got any cavalry with me. So ranked battles. So are we going to take the Pikes? Should we start with the Pikes?
The Maul was a lot faster than I.
They're going to be very slow though, aren't they? Let's start with the Pikes. What have we got? We've got quite a few Pikes on our team, some Condottieri Guards, and a couple of cannons. That's going to be kind of interesting. Let's see how this goes. We'll start off with the Pikes. Kind of see what we end up against. Quite a few people here. So many Mauls. Got many Mauls we've got on the team. This is crazy. This could be kind of fun. Yeah, if there's anything specifically you want me to try out in the server or anything like that, do let me know. I'm happy to give it a shot. Yeah, we'll start off with the Pikes, I think, and see how we get on with them. But they've got such a slow movement speed. I think it could be kind of painful if we're not careful. Is that a new map? I think it probably is. Actually, I honestly hadn't actually really noticed.
So guys,
their enemy team is all Mauls bar 1 musket. Oh god, this is going to be slightly crazy. So many Mauls. I don't know. Yeah, let's see if this is a new map. Wait till we've loaded in. I think it probably is going to be. But this is ranked battles, so it's maybe one of the ranked maps.
no. At the moment,
It's one not released. So perhaps on a secret map.
We've set it up for 11 and D11, so.
Wow, they really do have some very long pikes. Okay. Oh, they formed quite a tight little pike square. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm falling in love with these guys already. I wish they had an advance ability. I feel like Alexander the Great. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, I like them. I love them. I'm in love. What an awesome unit. Okay, let's try and get stuck into combat with them. Oh, dear. Let's go and get over the hill. So they're capping B already. I suspect we're going to come up against a lot of cannons. I'm waiting for the cannon barrage to start. Oh, they are painfully slow, though. But then, it's kind of worth it for such a badass looking unit. We've got some cannons of our own, I guess, so I can hear some crossbows opening
I
up.
have an issue with just the blanket statements of like, this is useless, this is useless now.
The problem is
Got to try and get these units. I might get into the trees first, so hopefully I don't get shot too much. And then we've got to look at where we're going to advance into. You can see the cannon rounds coming in. Jesus, it's like being trebucheted all the time. We'll see when we get hit how painful these are going to be. Bomb ranks! Oi! What's the damaging? Fairly damaging. Ooh, Winter's our charge. Kill Caden. Oh, he got killed before I could pick him up. I wanted to try and pick him up and drag him into my pike unit. We're going to have to advance on these cannons in a minute, I think. But I just love these pikes. They just look so cool. They're probably better off in a line than they are in a complete pike block because they're just a bit vulnerable with all these cannons. We've got the B point. Let's go. Onwards, boys. I think we're starting to get cut down a little bit, though. With the pikes being so long, they probably get to deploy a little bit. Go on, form formation. It's kind of strange using a hero that I'm not used to the ability on. Let's call them on me. I don't know what they're like, just sort of hand to hand like that. We're starting to run out of pike units here. We did manage to get through those cannons without too much problem, so maybe I was overreacting about the cannons and they're not going to be that bad. We can, but I certainly hope. Oh, having said that, we just got hit by. Where did you survive from? I just set them to attack. About 1,200 then per damage hit. We seem to be winning this fight, although I need some new unit. We can grab some cannons of our own, I think. Come on, horse. I say we are lagging slightly because I'm trying to live stream. It doesn't like it. Set those pikemen onto attack. Let's get back to this supply point and grab a new unit. Will the mortars have ammo? Yes, they will do. We should see in a minute. Where am I going? It's a rocket in the way.
Oh, these guys are good. I like these.
Right. Grab a new unit. Let's grab these mortars then and see kind of what these guys are like. Oh, pikeman just managed to get a kill and an assist. Just left them on attack. I don't know how these guys set up. How quickly do they set up? So when we set them down. Oh, you actually have to manually deploy them, do you? Okay. So if I put them like that and then press 2. Okay, it takes them a fair bit of time then to actually deploy. Now they're ready to fire. Does it take them the same amount of time to deploy? No, so they can move after a few seconds. So actually only. How's that? Hopefully we just rebooted. Seems to work sometimes for me. My limited live streaming ability. Has that cured some of the lag? Hopefully that helped. Hopefully we just had to restart there. Ooh, there's a lot of people there. Set up, set up. Okay, we're firing. Ooh. I don't know how quickly they're going to use up all their ammo though. Losing the C point. Mostly just seems to be enemy heroes down there though, rather than actually enemy. Redeploy them over there. They still seem to be in their deployed state, so when we come down.
Oh, we already did that one.
Oh, blimey! Christ. That wasn't a very accurate shot. We're starting to take fire from enemy crossbows, I think. Oh! Okay, well, we destroyed that watchtower. So you see the sort of damage we're getting initially. Hopefully it doesn't do friendly fire. Otherwise we're screwed. Maybe I can get through this forest and see where these enemy crossbows are shooting at me from. They're firing and manoeuvring. Try and take some of these guys down. We're actually taking quite a bit of damage ourselves. Can't reach you. No, leave my leave my mortars alone. Oh no! Run away. Oh, okay. I'm dead. My mortars are going to get overrun now. Because I've also got quite a long reloading time. But if they were behind a wall, then I can see how they'd be a lot more effective, I think. Oh, our stream's dying. I think I'm just lagging too much. I don't know, I think my phone seems to be struggling greatly at the moment. I say I'm running this stream off my phone because my internet at home just isn't capable of holding it.
You want to lose your first run?
Enemy has captured.
He's trolling us. Report him.
Are we? How laggy are we? Are we really bad, guys? I see it's showing up as red at the moment.
Our team
Bouncing kind of all over the place trying to keep up. I don't really know why. I mean, trying to hover over my
There's someone up there.
internet to see if it's still on the phone. Yeah, it is. How laggy is it? Seems to have improved. Yeah, pretty bad. Let me just try. I half suspect it's the phone overheating. Oh, not that bad. Oh. Are we back? Just picked up the bloody Wi-Fi. Oh, what an idiot, Evo. Oh, that's going to screw this up now, though. Because it's going to say security check fail, I bet. Ah! Okay, we've got to quit the PTR, get back out, reboot it. Oh. What a moron. What a moron. Can't believe I was running this, trying to run it off the Wi-Fi the whole time. No wonder it doesn't work. I assume now with the game crash my face is still here. Yes, it is.
You guys craft the purple Maul or something?
Okay, let's reboot the PTR then.
Some people
And
alert.
should be able to get back in. Oh, I can't believe I did that.
I have the blue one, so I do.
Bear with me, we will be back. Service will be resumed. This is why I don't live stream. I suck at live streaming. This is why I video, because when I do stupid things like I always do, then at least I could just press stop, throw it in the bin and start again. Oh dear. I don't think the Rangers are going to be nerfed, the Rattans, not that I'm aware of, but we'll get the form patch notes tomorrow, it's been announced, so we should be able to see tomorrow. Okay, let's look better. I don't know if it'll throw it back into battle or not. It will, but all we've got left are our little 30-star little builders. So let's see how these guys get on. I can't imagine the how they're going to do. If it's okay, we love you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, hopefully we can let's try and get back to a sense of normality. I can't believe I did that.
Half those names that are on there. So that's
Tried to stream off my phone to avoid that. The hotspot of my own Wi-Fi network.
Is it Italian?
Hopefully it's going to load back in a second and we can have a go then at least with these mercenary infantry. Although I think they're going to be pretty horrible in hand-to-hand. They look pretty cool though. They're like little siege engineers. I think we've still got some of the Chinese voice animations. I guess they haven't localized the voice yet. Hopefully they'll do that before the game actually goes live. Before the patch goes live.
You must have cover to them because if
You want the war elephant? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting a war elephant anytime soon.
so easy.
We've got a bit of a fight going on down here. Oh, that's interesting. Krieg's against
That's nice.
Pravi Shields.
I like it.
It looks like the Pravi Shields have absolutely decimated that range unit. Yeah, now I'm... Oh, they fled the battlefield.
CQB is massive on it.
I want someone else to fight.
Nice and close, it's crazy.
Are these some of the builders? Yeah, builder fight! It's the mercenary units versus the mercenary units. It's bad units versus bad units. Obviously I'm here with my hero, so I've got quite an advantage. I can absolutely stomp on some of these stuff with them all. I don't know, so far though, I'm not sure I like them all, but it does feel pretty clunky compared to my Poleaxe, and I guess the Poleaxe is supposed to be pretty slow and heavy, so this is you know, even more so.
Oh, why everyone is flooding from
They look like Zulus. I don't know if they look like Zulus. They're not that bad. They're just peasants. They're no worse than the woodcutters. Following you since Total War Arena gameplay. Love you. Oh, thanks, dude. Glad to hear you're still around. And it's been quite a long time since Total War Arena. Hopefully, with the stuff coming out, I'll be able to get some more gameplay of some Total War Arena shortly. I think the next test is towards the end of March. I think we're probably going to get ourselves into a fight here that we are not going to be able to win. Hey, we won the match. Nice. So, yeah, additionally, I think those cannons are going to be quite good, although I think their long distance range is, yeah, going to be pretty poor. I think, judging from the little bit that we saw, they were really quite inaccurate. I think if they can get behind a shield wall, though, and they get protected, I think they're going to be able to dish out a ton of damage. And particularly with that 4,500 blood damage, you know, they're going to be hitting pretty tough. Well, it's coming. Mandalorian is coming back for China, so it's not really coming back in the West, but they're releasing it in China, so you can kind of get your way into the Chinese servers. I'm hoping one day they'll bring it back in the West as well, but it's kind of like a little bit cheating. It's actually going to allow me to do that win in arena battle. It's a weekly quest I've been wanting to fulfill for a long time. That scratches a slightly OCD itch. So you get different. Wow, currently with the 8th highest ranked person in ranks in the game, and the best unit is the 30 leadership mercenary unit. Nice. Let's queue back up just in case we manage to be able to get ourselves another game. New Pikes versus Hazard. I think the New Pikes are going to do quite well. I mean, judging from what we saw in the little clip at the start, we didn't get to try them against Cavalry, but the Pikes are so long. And given that Cavalry is supposed to be getting a bit of a nerf in the upcoming patch, I think that's going to kind of be interesting.
No, I mean, this
can a shield block a cannon shot? I don't believe so. I think it's just going to go straight through.
It's the, you know, it's going well into the evening for our GM.
There isn't really rank in this game though. Well, this is what they've introduced these ranked battle type thing. I think this is kind of their new ranked battle matchmaking type system. You know what they're trying to kind of introduce.
Doesn't really matter. We're not going to turn on territory wars.
So I don't know what's how that's going to work. Trying to listen to what they're talking about. Hopefully we'll be able to get another ranked battle and actually do it without so much lag this time. Yeah, we can try the crossbows this time around if we can actually find a match. They are the unit I was probably least looking forward to. We'll swap these guys out for the other ones. These guys, not the level 1 ones though, the level 18 ones. Give us a little bit of spare leadership. What else should we take? We can take some low tier cavalry. Level 49 cap scouts or something like that. Try and rush some of the pikes. Will there be new collectors pack? I don't actually know. I would have thought so. Do you know if they'll fix the unstoppable charge to actually be unstoppable except the Imperial Pike? In fact, I don't know. It's a good question. But I think cavalry is getting pretty heavily nerfed over to the next patch supposedly. So we'll kind of have to wait to see what the patch notes tomorrow, because I think they're releasing the patch notes tomorrow. Finding ranked battles, yes. It's not really a great time to run through completely the game basics, Mayhem, but I have got a full video like running through the first sort of 40 minutes. If you sort of scroll back at it, I think it's actually on the front page of my channel. So it might be worth checking that one out, because that'll kind of run you through a little bit of the starting stuff and kind of different weapon types and what to do in battle and how it all works. What's the 30 leadership unit? So that's the new premium unit. So if you actually look at them, you can see them over here. These Martellatori. I think they're going to supposedly be 700,000 silver though, so they're quite expensive. Or I can't remember how much that works out to in sovereigns, but a lot. As a unit though, they are probably going to become the best premium mercenary unit in the game, because they're only 30 leadership and a 32-man unit that does blunt damage and does well at pushing siege towers. They get bonuses while pushing siege towers. Yeah, they're the ultimate woodcutters, effectively. They're going to be the premium unit to have, and they get the full 10% honor boost, full 10% bronze boost, full 10% unit XP boost. So yeah, they're going to be pretty effective, I think, as a unit. Hopefully we're going to be able to find another battle, I'm hoping. Looks like it's struggling a little bit though to actually find another one. At least we managed to get one, but it'd be nice to be able to have another one. Every time I don't play this game for a while, I miss it so much. I do know that feeling, although I do end up playing it quite a lot to making videos and stuff. On Rattlers, is there only going to be field battles or also sieges? I don't know. That is the wrong button. Does it specify? Not really. Kane wants to challenge me to a duel. Okay. Oh, but I've only got my... Oh, he's got a musket out. That's not fair. Oh, he caltropped me. He's going to try and grenade me. Oh, he's got his timing off perfectly. I missed my main ultimate, so I'm in trouble. We're not doing much damage to him when we hit him, are we?
Hello.
Oh, I'm going to struggle to catch up here. Let's move up my stamina, build back up again. I'm just trying to be hard to hit. Oh, caltraps.
For you to explore all the new content and then updates.
Oh, this is not going to be a particularly easy one to win. Ow.
I like the sound of that.
I can't get much damage on him while we've got a battle. Ow! Blew me over.
Prefecture Pikes, dude.
Got him. Pick him up and carry him just as we go into battle. Go off up the stairs and into the beyond. Oh dear. Right, okay. So we're back into our ranked battles. So it looks like it's mostly going to be field battles from what it looks like. Seems to kind of be the way. Should we start with the crossbows? Let's start with the crossbows and kind of see how we get on with these guys. It's a bit of a smaller pool of players this time around. Yes, everything will be reset. Yeah, things will be reset. Your seasonal level will be set. Your total level won't be reset at the start of the season, just your seasonal level. That's a lot of silver, but more useful than the Javelin merch. I think there will be because just the leadership cost. Not that they're a good unit. They're not a good unit. I mean, they're not terrible. They're as good as woodcutters, I think. But for 30 leadership, that's pretty nice. Damn the matchmaking. You managed to get away with that one. No, I was coming for you now. I'd got you picked up. It says Orgolia. It does. I don't know. Maybe Orgolia knocked down and it's just this gateway left. It does look slow. It feels slow. This Maul class does feel sluggish. I think the carry is going to be super annoying if you get caught by it. But I think beyond that, I don't think it's going to be that powerful. Because of the sluggishness of it. Because of the fact it's quite hard to swing around.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. I was.
But it says fire archers will be smart to unlock against the rat and rages. Yeah, fire archers will work very nicely against the rat and rages. Oh, so they spawn off shields out. Let's just play around with these guys a second. Let's just form them up.
Oh, I'm already in. I'm in
So if I shield them up. Okay, can they advance with the shield? But they're slower. Ah, okay, how much quicker are they without shield? Let's set them that. Oh, a lot quicker. So they run a lot quicker without the shield. So you're going to run up to the battle without the shield and then shield them out when they get close. Okay, makes sense. Let's push it up to the B point then. And kind of see if we can find something to shoot. Probably going to come up a fair few cannons, possibly. We only need one person who's got something out. We've still got the Chinese voices. I suspect they'll fix that prior to the next patch, though. Come on, crossbows, keep up. They're not super quick. And nice they have a pretty nice dispersed formation. Makes them a little bit more safe. Okay, so we've got some enemy pikes coming. We've got our cannons opening fire. It does add a certain element of immersion, I must say. Oh wow, these crossbows, the damage is pretty meaty. Let's start to push up a little bit. See if we can get some shots on these guys on the side. Open fire! Yeah, these crossbows are going to become my favourite unit so easily, I reckon. He streams on his phone. I do indeed. Yes, because my internet can't do a lot, basically. These crossbows are rapidly going to become my favourite unit in the game, I just know it. Can we shoot him? No. There's so much pretty cannon fire. Oh, what, we got some muskets. Okay, let's try and have a musket duel. Okay, open fire, open fire. How do we do? How do we stack up against the muskets? Wow, I think they're taking some damage, my crossbows. Partly because I think they're focusing fire on slightly different targets, so they're getting side flanked slightly by the muskets. Let's set them all to fire there. Oh, I missed him. Yeah, I mean, these guys are going to hold up much better against enemy ranged units in this sort of front range, because they've got the shields. They just don't take the range damage that other people do. Oh, it's ridiculous. Musket players, damn you, Caden. But yeah, against crossbows, against muskets, I think crossbows are clearly the superior unit. Try and bring ourselves round here slightly.
Well, I want to test. I don't think necessarily the Pikes. I think the people you want to test them against is the.
Can have a hard time catching Caden with his musket, I think. Ah, caltrops. Got my guys up on the top of the hill here. Ah, he's retreated.
And they do need that damage.
So, yeah, he's going to go down that hill now. He's escaped me. What's people saying in stream? Are we lagging again? No, we shouldn't be. No, we shouldn't. We aren't. The phone is doing just fine for now. Sure, it'll break again shortly. Do people use why he uses his iPhone? I don't know. We have to wait until June to unlock the crossbows. Yes, I believe so. I don't know if it's the end of May or June, but yeah, they're not going to be. I don't think the crossbows are going to be unlockable immediately. I think they're going to be a limited unit again. Wow, that was an easy victory. We managed to capture all the points. Okay. Could I move my face to the top left or top right? I can move my face wherever you want. Wow, it's going slightly blurry, isn't it? That's going to want some chroma key up, and then I'll move myself. I think it's getting dark now, so it's kind of ruining my light. Move myself up here, if you like. Works as well for me. Where are we? Been awesome to have so many consistent viewers though tonight. We're still up on 6-7, so thank you so much for everyone who's been stopping in. It's been really awesome. Oh, we actually went up a ranked battle rank. Those Prefecture Crossbowmen are honestly going to be really nice. They, one-on-one, I think they're going to win basically against any other ranged unit, because anything that shoots into them is just going to bounce off the shields, or even where they penetrate, they're not going to be doing so much damage. But those guys can shoot out with high damage from behind their shields. Those Prefecture Crossbowmen are going to be really nice. Queue back up to these ranks. No, not that one. Go ranked is set up 6v6. Hopefully we'll continue to get a few battles. At some point I suspect enough players will drop off and it will no longer be possible to get a battle. Because obviously we're not on the main server, this is just on their test client. So we're a little bit behind the scenes sort of thing today. We'll have to see the full unit formations. Trying to get through all the different units. We'll switch between them all and stuff as we're going along. Crossbows seem to be low to mid-range. Yeah, they are. That is going to be one limitation. They're not going to be like longbows where they're going to have super long range or anything like that. They are going to be a short-range unit. But yeah. The rank tiers will from silver to gold, and you get your rewards from the rank system after the season or something. Good question. I'm a fan of the battle, so I can't easily look. I don't know. It doesn't really specify. Wow, we're now second best ranked person in the game. How much does the new mercenary units cost? I believe it's going to be 700,000 silver, so quite a lot. But they are probably going to be very good for what they are cost-wise. What should we bring? We didn't actually get to take out these Condottieri guys yet. Not try them yet, so it's probably time we gave them a bit of a whirl, just so we've actually been through every unit. Maul more sluggish or Poleaxe? Definitely the Maul feels very, very sluggish to me. I'm not a huge fan so far, it's got to be said. Yeah, Maul is definitely slower. It's yeah, you'll see it as we get into this battle. It feels pretty painfully slow. Hopefully, crossbows will be a hard counter against Rattan ranges. I think they will be pretty decent counter against Rattans. So hopefully it'll be pretty powerful. Oh, hey Chris, welcome to the stream. Yes, I am over here. Yeah, I think these Condottieri might be quite nice because I think they're going to be a rival for like the Prefecture Guard. So we'll kind of see what these guys are like when we hopefully find someone to kill with them. Someone's gone for a very appropriate character name. Stop, hammer time. As everyone's playing a Maul class. That does seem pretty appropriate. So yeah, I think the carry on the Maul is going to be annoying. But beyond that, I think most people are going to sort of not be too bothered by it. So let's kind of have to wait and see. Wait for this one to load in. Yeah, I think its normal ability is going to be worse than most units, most heroes, to be honest.
Well,
Hey, Danish Panda, welcome to the stream.
Feedback, the red 10 rangers get obliterated by this crossbow.
So we've got the Condottieri Guard. So let's see how we get on with these. So we've got. I don't know how you unlock these. Oops, I'm going to be pressing that. So they have to be in formation. Oh, they've got kind of a block formation. That's actually. Oh, they bat their shields. Cool. I love things like that. Yeah, I think these guys are going to be pretty good, and they're fast. Look at that movement speed. Oh, these are going to become a nice unit. There's a lot of units I'm going to really quite want in this patch, I think. They're carrying players into race pikes is hella fun though. Yeah, yeah, I think it will be. I guess it's just going to be a lot less fun for the person being... Ah! Cavalry! Pikes! Defend me! And we've got our crossbows opening fire. I love these pipe blocks. They do look so awesome. Right, we need to push up though. Come on, I've got a winning streak to maintain here, people. I love how fast these guys are going. These Condottieri, or Condottieri, however we're going to say it, I think are going to be pretty damn good. We've got that cav over there. I'm very conscious of. I kind of do with our pikes keeping up. And they're kind of being very hesitant. We've got some winged hussars coming in as well. Oh, we stopped the cav charge of fire lancers. Nice. These pikes are going to be kind of useful. Ah, dear, I'm in a bad spot. Move! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away! Trying to counter-charge the Rattans. I don't think it's going to work for me. We hit one. And we'll put them onto power mode. Yeah, it's not going to really pan out for me. I'm going to run out of health. Oh, we killed a fair few of those Rattans, to be fair. Good old little sword unit. We mentioned to dodge the bulk attack. But those pikes, our allied pikes, stopped those fire lancers dead in their tracks. I think these pipe units are going to be pretty nice. So yeah, pikes are going to be interesting. Can you make them sure and protect them and shoot at the same time? You're almost invulnerable. I think you probably could. I don't see why you couldn't. Other than sort of the artillery and stuff, which would probably be able to shoot at you. No, I think you'd be quite powerful. Let's pull out these crossbows again then. This is the unit I think I'm going to enjoy the most. So remember, they start with their shields away, so you do have to bring the shields out, but they are a lot slower when their shields come out, so you do need to start shield away, I think.
Capture the point.
Let's push back over this way. We're going to probably push up towards the B point, hopefully. See what we can find to shoot at. Looks like there's maybe some enemy cannon units on the top of the hill. Oh wow. Come on, crossbows. I've got used to the Condottieri moving around at Mach 1. These guys don't move very quickly at all.
I just put a note in the announce.
Those are really long pikes. They were pretty long pikes.
We made some changes to the modes for...
You sold me on the Condottieri. Yeah, they're pretty nice. The speed of them was pretty nice. And the fact that they do that sort of real burst damage, I think is going to make them quite interesting as a unit.
These changes have already done. It's just on PTR that's not reflective of how it's going to be.
Bring these guys up. Alright, open fire on those enemy heroes. See if we can hit them from here. How accurate are these guys going to be? Relatively accurate.
Free battles will be open on Westwood.
Yeah, nice.
5v5.
Let's shield out. Oh, cav. Or a little bit of cav. The remnants of some enemy cav.
That way you'll be able to get in the battle, explore new content, test stuff out. These changes are already done.
Let's push these guys around. Capture the B point and set ourselves up facing this way because I think the bulk of the threat. Sounds like there's some enemy crossbows on that hilltop though. See how much slower these guys move when they're. I don't think we're going to be able to hit him. They take quite a long time to aim them by the looks of it. Okay, we've got some enemy pipe blocks coming over the hill. And we've got some Condottieri here. Come on, swords, we need you. Now we're taking a bit of a fire. We're getting enemy crossbows shooting at us from the hill. And we're getting the pikes pushing in. Let's go for it. Crossbows are still firing though. Oh, we're getting some of these Condottieri Guard. Oh, health low, health low. Can't run away. Crossbows are racking up a still really good number of kills, even though we basically left them to get engaged when really we should have pulled them out. They just do a ton of damage. Oh, he's got dragged into the pipe wall. Oh, he's slightly fucked out. I don't know where I'm going to throw them. Oh, I died! I died before I managed to get them thrown. No. Oh dear. What's with the other voice? That's just some of the Conqueror's Blade team on the Discord, sort of keeping everything organised, because they've set up this test server for us to be able to try out, and some of the other content creators trying things out. So you don't have to listen to me. There are other people you can listen to if I particularly annoy you or something. I love these Pavese guys. Yeah, the Pavese guys are lovely. So hopefully we've got 20 seconds to respawn. I see they've changed some of the UI interface and stuff down here. This is kind of different to how it was before. What have we got left? I've still got some Condottieri Guard left, actually. But we'll pull out a little hammerman. I quite like those guys. They're fun. Let's have a look. Wait, my unit is retreating. Well, we'll set them on to attack. I don't know if that works anymore. They were on about removing the ability to have units attack after they died, but it looks like they still are there. And we're just capturing the sea point now, which is good for us. Come on with our big hammer. Makes a nice, satisfying sound, doesn't it? Sounds big and heavy. So we've got a little hammer guys. These guys move pretty quickly, 5.5 movement speed. So these are the mercenary unit. These are the 30 leadership guys. But yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, 700,000 silver. They are not cheap. They're going to be boku dollar to get these guys unlocked. But they are going to be worth it in my opinion. That 30 leadership is exactly what you need. Some iron cap swords. Yeah, I'll go for that. I'll buy into that. You can see the sort of damages we get on units. I don't feel like my damage is that much higher than the Poleaxe, to be honest. Have we got him? No, we didn't quite get him. Can't see anything because trees are in the way. I'm just going to swing wildly, I think. I think most of my unit has died. It does. Run away. Ah. Damn it. Oh. Okay. Apparently those Condottieri, those Martellatori aren't so great. What's going on with the chat? They can shoot crossbows while using the shield. Yeah, that's the best thing about them. The fact they get that shield is what makes them so effective against other ranged units, because, you know, one-on-one against others, so like muskets or shields or something, you can hit them but they can't hit you because they're shooting into your shield. It makes them really powerful. I love these Pavese guys. Yeah, definitely. They're definitely the ones to have. Do the Pikes stop winged hussars? Well, they stopped finances we just saw a minute ago. I've not been able to actually get a direct winged hussar comparison. He's going to get tapped in the back. Oh, he's going to get carried. Goodbye. The carrying distance is so long. It's quite brutal. Mortars will be cancelled. Siege, defend. They could be. The accuracy is really quite low. But yeah, if they get into a position, I think, where they get defended by a shield wall, and you know it's not easy to dig them out, then yeah, I think that's where they're going to become very much more powerful. Is there going to be a Conquest City in Season 3? I believe there actually is, yes. I believe so. So we've just got a little bit of our Condottieri left. 11 of them are left alive. Yeah, I did try the mortars briefly. If we get another... What's the time? I don't know how long we've been streaming for. About an hour and a half. If we get time, if we get another battle after this, then we'll try taking out the mortars again and kind of see them, see what they're like. Let's head over to the... Oh, we've lost the A point as well. Hopefully the Chinese voices will be gone by the time we actually get to the main game. Try and hit him on my horse. That was a bad swing. Oh! Doing a terrible job. That was a bit better. Go on, die! Okay, got it. Okay, what have we got? We've got some enemy pikes there, and a few Pavese crossbows coming down. Let's just back off slightly. Don't really want to get shot by the Pavese crossbows. I think we'll get quite a lot of damage quite quickly if we're not careful. So they've set up the Pavese crossbows in front of those pikes. It's going to be very hard to deal with that as a block. Apart from we have got some cannons firing in by the sounds of it. You saw see the rounds coming in. We've got some friendly cannons. Get a bit of an idea about their accuracy though. Trying to get this guy down. We've sort of got him blocked in a bit of the middle of our units. Yeah, nice job, guys. Nice job. Let's pull these guys down this way and try and outflank this block then. I guess that's going to be the main way to deal with it. They're going to set those guys up there like that. We've got to try and get round them. Just go and slide them. Charge! Oh, their striking damage is quite high. See what these Condottieri can do. They are nice. These are going to be my favourite unit, I think. These 3 stars, or maybe the Pavis. That's nice. These are going to rival Prefecture Guards pretty easily, I think. Look, Squires are going to be out of a job. He got him. He's mine. Whee! Oh, he died. I think he got hit by a cannonball. Will the Sasania open up with a new region? I don't think so. I don't think they've got any plans for new regions, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. Already answered. No new regions will be added to our servers. No. I think that's probably a good thing. There's enough room for everyone in territory wars and stuff at the moment without adding in more regions. So we've got some many crossbows down here. Yeah, these Condottieri, these are nice. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I don't see how they would lose. Maybe try.
I don't know how we're going to do in this sort of situation, but and let's put them onto their elite mode. Oh, these guys they're going to get killed because they're just outnumbered on the guns, but they did a good job against a 5-star unit considering they're only a 3-star. Oh, I got killed. But yeah, those Condottieri Guards are going to be nice. As a 3-star unit, I'm a big fan. My wallet is ready to see me take it all. Yeah, I'll certainly be getting the battle pass when it comes out. For 1,000 sovereigns, I think it's a pretty decent value. Talking with Caden. Looks like we're going to win this match. Because all I've got left is my little Iron Scout Scout Cavalry. I don't think I actually put any of my veterancy points on them though. Well, the Cannoneers, how easy do these guys die? Can you even hit them at all? Oh, we didn't see the damage effect of them. I think they're going to be fairly tanky, those Cannoneers, to be honest.
Form up, spread out, and attack.
Looks like we're capturing the enemy base camp. Such a long cooldown on respawn. Let me respawn. All the units on that server max veterancy. Yes, all the units are max veterancy. I've only spent my points. I spent my points on all the season 3 units. I don't think I upgraded these Iron Scout Cats because I just forgot. Because they've got to manually spend them all, and it'll take forever, like 68 units or something. So I didn't bother. But yeah, all those units I was playing with, so all the guards, all the pikes, all the mortars, and the crossbows are all max veterancy. They're like level 30 on the crossbows, level 30 on the cannons. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Liam. Glad to see I managed to convince you to play the game. So let's just spawn in with these guys because we are actually losing. They're capping our camp and we're capping theirs. I haven't got a charge on these guys yet. I didn't spend the veterancy points. I must have forgot. It's nice on horseback. I prefer it on horseback than I think I do on foot, to be honest. Oh, we just managed to pick him up, I think. Hey, we've got the enemy base. Well, we got a victory. Puts us to a bronze soldier.
They're gonna have an instant.
What's everyone saying? Do Pikes stop his Hussar charge? We haven't been able to test to do they stop the Hussar charge, but we tested them. Well, I was able to see that a test against Fire Lancers, and they stopped dead Fire Lancers in the track. I suspect they are going to stop Hussars on the tracks because their pikes are ridiculously long, so they're going to make contact with the Hussars well before the Hussars' Lancers make contact with them. So I think they will do, yeah. We'll queue up again for another match battle, just to see if we can get one. At some point, enough players are going to hop off and we're not going to be able to. I suspect we're going to run out of players to get this matchmaking to work. I was going to try... Warband build. Let's check out these guys and bring up the cannons again. See if we can get another match with them. How about doctrines? So we've got the special seasonal doctrine stuff that's been introduced. So we talked about these guys a bit earlier on. Yeah, they're only going to last for a day though for the epic ones. So for example, you get things like for these polar ones, plus 80 piercing damage, plus 120. Armor piercing damage, so that's that's pretty decent. Players are also queuing up for free battles. Oh, okay, we'll try a free battle in a minute then. So yes, you're going to get these. So these are pretty decent doctrines, but they're only going to last a day. And then you can have slightly worse ones. For example, increase armor percentage by 180, but they're going to they'll last 3 days. So yeah, we've got some epic and doctrines, but they're going to be quite short term. Man, you really need a fast internet education. I know. tell me about it. You think about problems with live streaming. I imagine it's like uploading a video. It's just an absolute nightmare. Because it takes me like 3 hours to upload each video. And the internet completely stops working over that 3 hour period. Yeah, it's dropping a few frames again, isn't it? It works. There's just a brief blip there where they'll probably disappear. Hopefully that smooths out again. Sorry about that, guys. As I say, not really set up very well for live streaming because my internet sucks. And that's why I'm hotspotting off the phone. So yeah. You won't be able to travel, I don't think, very easily at the start because the borderlands are going to be locked at the beginning. Because that's going to become part of the campaign later on. There'll be crossing frontiers, you know, so that will become regional fights at the start, and then the borderlands will open up to, you know, some point through the territory wars. Yeah, as I've just confirmed, after stage 1. Let's just queue up in a free battle then, see if we can have any luck there. Oh Jesus, there's a lot of free battle options. Top 1. See if we can get any battles on free battles. I think we're going to run out of people.
That was crazy. I got that recorded.
Yes, the doctrines getting over them all. There's not really that much more to show. I mean, they seem, in my opinion, to be weekly, changed weekly. Because if you look at the image, you know, it shows like spear ones and pike ones and cavalry ones and sword ones. But if you click it, you can only at the moment, on this current week, get pike-based ones, and there's only 4 that you can unlock. I suspect on week 2 these will change from being just pike-based ones, and there'll be, you know, shield-based ones or sword-based ones, etc., etc. Yeah, it's kind of just the way it works. I've leveled up a battle level. Been never called if there are future units based on Roman legions or Greek hoplites. Well, I mean, you never say never. It certainly could happen. But at the moment, it's, yeah, we've got the Italians, like Italian Renaissance, I think, is kind of the inspiration for the units in this one. Just still pretty cool. I quite like a lot of the units. Yeah, as I said, Season 3 starts on the 21st. We're just on like a preview event at the moment. It's just on their backhand server. That's why it's quite hard to find a battle, because there's not really very many of us playing. There's just a few of us who've been just let on just for a couple of hours just to test it out. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to have Romans and stuff in the game, but make for a cool shield wall, wouldn't they? Spartans. Oh god, now a whole world of ancient units get introduced. We're just going to see if this finds any other battles soon. If we can't find another battle, I mean, we've been going almost 2 hours, and no, my poor phone is probably going to run out of data at some point as well. It's been so awesome to have so many people here, though. In fact, we've like been consistently well over 100 people for the bulk of the stream. I'm not sure if we peaked over 200 at any point. I don't think we did. We got very close. I think we got up to like I-180s at some point, which is really awesome. So thank you for everyone who's been kind of coming along. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more battles. It would be awesome. Only press X for a second. What do you want to see? The base doctrines here I don't think are going to change massively. I think stuff like this is just going to stay as normal. These are just going to be normal doctrines. We've not got epic doctrines introduced, you know, in that capacity. You know, just going to get the normal, normal crap. You know, increased crossbow rate of fire. Oh, we'll actually throw that on the. I want to see actually if that will let me throw that on the Previes. Previes. Will it? It will. They're going to get better. Yeah, you can throw that on the Previes and increase their rate of fire by 10%. But yeah, no, the epic doctrines and rare doctrines are just being introduced on this seasonal capacity, I believe. I don't think they're introducing them in terms of a server-wide stuff like the Frontier. The Frontier updates. It's going to be like that. Love this channel. Thank you very much. What are we going on? Hello everyone who's joining. We've been going for a couple of hours now, so we're probably not going to go too much longer. I was just seeing if we could find another battle, but I think we are kind of struggling. We were just trying on free battle so we could take lots of units in.
Yeah, only half of them actually.
Can blow up in the strategy game? Well, I hope so, but I wouldn't bank on it. We've done pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with the current subscriber levels. It's not bad. No complaints here. Oh yeah, if I'm planning on using the Scat Cav, I may wish to do my veterancy points. I may.
And I will charge into you to see how much.
I may actually just take the Winter Czars. Could think about doing that, to be fair. But we're not going to be able to find a battle is the other problem we've got. Are we queuing?
But watch out, someone join
Free battle
our friendly
or
It's just me.
was it ranked?
Alright.
Okay.
Spectating.
To see if that gets any kind of response. Maybe try and get everyone to queue in the same one to see if we can get. Do you want me to only have a look at any of the battle pass stuff, or anyone's just joining me? Then you know, be sure to let me know, and I can happy to show you parts of the battle pass or any of the units or stuff if you haven't seen them yet.
It feels like a lot of the games got a little bit of a facelift as far as like audio and visual goes.
Let's say yeah, it would be nice to try and test the Hussars. Let's say we know the Pikes stop Fire Lancers. They stopped them absolutely dead in the track and mullered them with no losses. So
Glad to know I'm not
I think they probably are going to stop Hussars. Personally, we'll kind of see. I have to kind of see. I might switch back to my Poleaxe. I'm a bit fed up with this Maul already. All in all, even though it has some nice things, the carry is kind of nice. But you remember, you actually have to swing and hit to get the carry, so it's not like. I'll have to switch back to ranked. I think we can get away with a lower number of people in the battle. What was I saying? Poleaxe. Why do I like it more? Yeah, so on the Maul, you actually have to swing. You know, if you look at the skill ability for it, to actually get it, you actually have to hit them to grapple them. So, for example, on the Poleaxe, if you're familiar with the not that one with the Rough Justice, I can activate it from a long way off and run into them and it auto toggles. But if you look at it on the Maul, it's not. You know, I've got to run up to them and hit them to be able to grab them. And, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, I'm glad the Maul doesn't also have a silly animation like the Poleaxe does. But it doesn't actually make it, you know, in battle it's relatively hard to do. I think the carry distance might be a bit long. But other than this, I think the Maul isn't all that great. You know, a lot of its base damage stuff isn't that high. Do we get 2,000 base blunt damage? Yeah, I'm not so far a tremendous fan.
They feel like they're AI.
I'm not just Hussars. I see Halo Blades for Glaive could stop cavalry charges. Yep, Cooper ranked now. The cannon shots will stop a cavalry charge. Okay, that's good to know. So the cannon charges will stop crafting. The crafting. I'm reading crafting in the chat. Can't multitask. Cannon shots will stop a cavalry charge. What is the second Maul ultimate? Oh, I can show you, indeed. Not with that button, I can't. Press P.
That was non-shield. I didn't even hit.
Forges of War.
Let's try it again. Let's see if I
I'll have a duel. But the problem with that is I think it's going to be hard to actually hit it effectively. And you see, obviously I'm much more used to my Poleaxe, so it's a lot more easier to do. You know, and I can CC stun a lot more. See, it's just hard for the Maul to beat a Poleaxe, and its damage isn't as high as my Poleaxe. See, I mean, what we lost a third of our health, and we could probably have avoided that if we'd have been a bit more careful at the end. That is the problem, I think, with the Maul. Is hero v hero fighting. I don't think it's going to be that good. I think it's much more effective against units, but I don't know. Even then, I'm not sure it's that much more effective, and I think that's going to be one of its kind of limitations as such.
We can try it. I will
He wants to try it again. We'll give him another shot. I mean, I was hoping to find another battle.
not with the doctrines, but yeah.
I'll work on a Reaper squad to test that as well.
Okay. Then I will bring the Pikes and
Ow. Roll!
Reapers and
Here's my ultimate.
What was the
And this is why...
line that you guys were on?
Oh, he's got away with the knockdown there. And then you can just overwhelm him. And there we go, victory again. The Poleaxe is probably going to stay better as 1v1, and I suspect things like the longsword and the glaive and other sort of fairly PvP hero-focused weapons are going to be able to do pretty well in this sort of situation as well. Because I think the damage, the hero v hero damage is going to be higher, you know, on this. Do you have the purple horse mount? What do you mean the purple horse mount? Vader. Not this mount. This is the one from the battle pass, the skin. What do you mean purple horse mount? There's a purple horse mount? Or do you mean that they're introducing a new mount?
I'm full strength.
That last cannon sounds nice, dude. That sounds
Can have a look. Can't imagine there is. I'm sure we'll clarify what he means in a minute. Oh, there's no.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
No new horses.
That's with a purple Maul.
Don't know what he means.
Purple Maul you got from unlocking from the chest.
I suppose another class may have a hard time. Yeah, some classes do counter others in a sense. My point is, though, that the thing that makes them all good is the fact it's blunt damage, and that's really effective against other units because other units have like a blunt hole in their armor defense. But if you look at any other hero, and you'll see I have consistent defense. That's just how it works with hero armor. So my blunt defense is really high, and as a result, the Maul gets lower damage to make up for the fact that it's normally attacking units that have got a hole in its shield for blunt. So it will normally do a high damage against units. But then when you throw it against another hero, its damage is quite a lot lower. And then combined with the fact it doesn't really have a tremendous amount of stun or CC, and the fact it's doing less damage, and it's a slower unit to use. I mean, you can see the swings are quite slow and heavy. It's quite easy to roll out the way of. Then I think that's where you kind of run into the problem that it's not much of a 1v1 hero weapon. So this is the season, or even the season pass horse skin, the level 100 horse skin. It does look pretty nice. I like its feathers. Poleaxe slightly clips into it on the bottom. I don't know what the Poleaxe skin looks like. If we go to the seasonal store, we should be able to buy ourselves. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah. I'm bringing hussars and this pike.
And let's go over to our weapon.
I have my Reapers and the Shield Squad.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I certainly think I'll probably be aiming for the Poleaxe skin this time round. But we'll certainly probably be trying them all out when it actually comes out the 21st and kind of getting stuck into it in that sense. But I'm just not sure if it's going to be worth it.
We're going to be testing those Jav Sergeants too against some of those units.
Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, in the capacity, I mean, I'm glad we don't get purple or legendary doctrines on our server. I think that's certainly a good thing. But no, I don't think there's any purple horses that I can see or I've come across yet anyway. I think we are probably going to be out of battles. I don't think we're going to be able to find any others by the looks of it. I think we are kind of struggling, to be honest. I think we are going to be nigh on coming towards the end of the stream. I have too many skins already. Where's my elephant? Yeah, certainly have quite a few skins myself. Alas, no elephant either.
I want to try something.
Is there a legendary version of weapons and armor? Yeah, you can get legendary weapons and armor in crafting. For example, I've got legendary armor on at the moment.
Yeah, I'm going first with
no, that's my skin.
maxed out.
These are legendary weapons, and my Poleaxe is a legendary weapon. But this is just stuff we just got given for the test server. I actually haven't got anything legendary on the live server.
Yes, but they do less damage.
You don't want to pipe militia with a charge advance and stagger with that base. No, funnily enough, I don't, Raider. I don't think legendary doctrines are a good idea. So yes, you get legendary weapons and stuff, but no, we don't have legendary doctrines. As I say, we do have those seasonal doctrines and stuff that we touched on earlier, but they're only going to last a day for the epic ones and 3 days for the rare ones. So they're going to be kind of short term. I know you've probably already said it, but how do you feel the Maul class plays against other players? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be great 1v1. I think just as we saw from the Poleaxe there, pretty conclusively won both times. You know, obviously I'm more familiar with the Poleaxe than everyone else is probably, you know, with the Maul because we've only just got access to it. But yeah, I think the Maul is going to struggle. It doesn't have the damage against heroes. It's going to be effective against units, but not against heroes. So 1v1 it's not going to be great at. Against units, particularly units with big holes in their blunt damage, it's going to be a lot more effective. So Pipe Militia is still the best unit in the game. Yeah, that's still pretty good, isn't it? I can't get a game, Dave, to try and test the Hussars for the new Pikes. I was going to take my Hussars into battle if I could, but I can't actually get a game. So, more looks always attack speed is too quick. It doesn't feel very quick when you actually use it, I must say. It doesn't feel super fast. It feels pretty sluggish, even compared to the Poleaxe. I personally suspect, though, Dave, it's going to be that the Pikes are going to stop Hussars. Because the way they stop those fire dancers so dead before they even reach the Pikes, I suspect they're going to the new Pike unit is going to clip into the Hussars before the Hussars Lancers even touch the Pikes. Is there any new units coming out in the unit tree unlocked with honour? Yes, a little, but sort of. So the only thing that's coming into the tech tree are going to be these crossbows, I think they're going to come into the tech tree at the same time as they unlock in the battle pass. So you'll have the option to buy them with honor, or you'll have the option to do them in the battle pass. You know, do the challenges in the battle pass to unlock them. So you get both. You know, so you get both options which way you want to do it. I suspect it'll be like 25,000 honor on here to do it.
So what you're noticing is actually a thing.
What are the best skills for Poleaxe? Well, you can see what I use. I have the pushback because it's a good way to get a bit of CC, a bit of knockdown. Then I have my Bektu Corbin as my damaging one. It's where you swing around 3 times. You get that maximum damaging. My old bill hook for pulling people towards me. And then, of course, the Rough Justice is absolutely the ultimate you want to be using because it's basically a complete locking animation. It's ridiculously overpowered, but it's nice to have. So that's how I would run my Poleaxe setup.
We're doing free battle siege, right?
Yeah, as the series do, you know, they have to balance the realism and fun gameplay of them all. If they did make it, yeah, as you said, if they made it realistically slow, it would be so utterly useless because imagine trying to swing a Maul of that size around. It would be nigh on impossible, and you would just move out the way by the time it actually ever landed, wouldn't it? So you'd never hit anything. Yeah, it does seem to apply its damage through shields quite a lot. I'm guessing that's down to the fact it's a blunt damage. So it'll be kind of interesting to see. Well, we've been 10 minutes now and I've not got any more ranked. Try requeuing. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we'll probably call it quits to that. We've got 3 or 4 battles. If you've missed anything, feel free to scroll back in the live stream slightly and you'll kind of be able to see some of the previous battles where we tried out all the different units. We managed to get to test each unit. I'd like to try the cannon a little bit more. But yeah, certainly cool units. I think those Condottieri Guard, those tier 3, these guys are going to be possibly my favourites so far. Because these were pretty darn awesome. They're super fast, do an absolute ton of damage. And for a 30 stack unit and only 175 leadership, yeah, I like these. These are my top guys, I think. Either that or the Prefecture Crossbows, because they're also really quite nice against other range units. I'm looking forward to taking my Prefecture Crossbows up against some Musket lines, because I think that's going to be pretty awesome. I don't really know too much how the rank works. It's all we've been able to see really is this. I guess when you win, you're obviously earning stars to get yourselves further up. It doesn't really say anything other than with the top ranking. Ooh. But that's just because I probably had more battles than everyone else. But it doesn't really tell me what I get for this. Stage run failed. I don't really know what benefits I'm getting for this. I'm guessing at some point they'll probably release an article that explains it in a little bit more detail. Kind of how it's going to work. So we'll probably find out more then. Are there any rewards for rank at the end of the season? What do you mean by rank? There's a title. You get a title about halfway through, if that's what you mean. You get Gilded Hero. Other than that, no, the Battle Pass ends basically at level 100 in terms of equipment. Obviously, you get your final hero upgrade at then, and then it's just the same, you know, just earning barboots for the seasonal store for the rest of the way through. What do you think about the Spear hero? I've not played the Spear for quite a long time now. I think it does an awful lot of damage, but it's a little bit fragile. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we've really got to cover. I mean, I pretty much covered everything that's quite once or twice or 3 times throughout the stream. If you missed some of the Maul gameplay, feel free to drop back and have a look. We took it into battle quite a few times with the Maul, and we also did some dueling with the Maul, kind of where we got to see it a little bit one-on-one. So hopefully that will kind of get a little bit more details about how that's going to work. Yes, I believe there are some changes to the NPC houses coming, but I think the full patch notes on that are going to be released tomorrow. And all being well, assuming they release the patch notes tomorrow, we'll probably have a video on that tomorrow as well, taking a look in detail at the buffs and nerfs and kind of what's being introduced in the patch. So look out for a patch notes video tomorrow, because there's going to be quite a few changes and a more detailed set of changes from that as well. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the live stream there. We've been going for a little over 2 hours now. It's longer than I normally do. It's been amazing to have so many people turn up. It's amazing we've had well over 100 people for pretty much the entire time, which has just been fantastic. So thank you very much for everyone who's turned up. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Yeah, tomorrow's video probably going to be the patch notes, assuming my.com are ready to release them. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you all on the next stream in the future.